So, my first year of cheer, I am not good really at anything. And I think that's pretty typical for most people joining a new sport for the first time. But on top of that, I actually started the season way after tryouts. I pretty much missed the entire summer. And so everything I probably would have learned or should have learned, the basics and the foundations, all those things, I did not learn. I just come into the middle of this team. On top of that, I am on a team that I really don't have any business being on. The athletes were far better, far more skilled than I was. We didn't have levels back in my day, but it's equivalent to what our level 5s are now. We had several kids with fulls and doubles, and everyone had jumps to the back and all those things. Kids have been cheering on these teams for years. And the only reason I'm really on this team is because we are a large co-ed, and I was a boy, and I was the only co-ed, team in the program. So I'm on, the level 5, world's team. Again, it feels equivalent to today's standards. And I'm not really good at anything, and I don't really bring any significant value, to the team, because I don't tumble, I don't stunt, but I'm there and I catch double downs and I throw baskets and I have fun and all those good things. But I am in the jump section, and so I figured if there was something that I could be good at, it could be jumps. Jumps was something that I knew that I could work on at home. It's hard to, you can't bring your flyer home and stunt with you there. You can't, tumble, in your backyard. At least I didn't think you could at the time. But I knew that jumps was something I could work on my own at home. So I decided that was what I was going to do. So every night when I was watching TV, I would sit in my straddle and, I would lean to the left and I'd go and lean. I'd hold this for like a minute. And I'd go down to the middle, hold that for a minute. I'd go to the right and hold that for a minute. And I just worked on just gaining as much flexibility as I could. And then I went out and I bought myself some ankle weights, and I put my ankle weights on. I would just do my standard, leg lifts, the ones we all do at practice. Up and hold this, and I would do like 20 of those here, and I'd do another 20 on this side. And I would go and I'd probably do about like 100 leg lifts a night with ankle weights and then stretch. And that was my regimen. I literally did that religiously. Every night I would come home and do my leg lifts, and I would just stretch, and I would gain flexibility, and I would gain strength in my hip flexor. And that's really what I did. It became my routine every, single day. So, that year, there's 32 of us on this team. Never forget, 16 boys, 16 girls. And that year I started off BRC. Now, for those of you who don't know what BRC is, back right corner, which is, there's 32 of us again. So I'm way back there. And, but every so often I would go, and as I noticed my jump starting to get stronger and better, like, they're actually getting up here, I would go and tell my coach, like, hey, coach, my jumps are better than this guy's right here. And she'd go and she'd look, and she'd okay, and she'd move me up some. And then, the next competition, I keep stretching everything, and the next competition I'd go up and like, hey, coach, my jumps are better than hers. And she'd look, and I'm like, all right, Jason, you can scoot up some. And by the time we got to our last competition, USA Nationals, won't forget, I'm like in the 4th row, which was a super big deal for me. Because again, I started BRC and make it all the way up to the 4th row. Like, my parents could actually see me, in their routine. So that was like a huge accomplishment for me. And but the two main things, obviously, that helped me get there were the flexibility, right? The stretching every single night, and gaining strength in my hip flexors. But on top of that, it was just the consistency in which I did it. In life, if we want to become exceptional, really at anything, it is about doing it consistently over a long period of time. It's not about doing 4,000 different things, but about doing a few things 4,000 times. And I'll leave you with this quote. In the great confrontation between the rock and water, water always wins, not through strength, but by perseverance.